Hello, this is Group 4. I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Miah.
And I'm Shane.
And I'll be talking to you today about population graphs. So a basic population graph has 4 parts. The start of the graph is called the lag phase. This part of the graph is where a population has just started up and is slowly growing. The second part is called the exponential growth phase. The population is established and the birth rate is rapidly growing at an exponential rate. There are many factors for birth rate, which will be later discussed. The third is called the deceleration phase. This is where the population starts to level out and the birth rate starts slowing down. Not completely stopping, but not as rapid as before. The last phase is called the equilibrium phase. At the equilibrium phase, this is when the population has reached its carrying capacity and the environment cannot hold it anymore. The birth rate and death rate start to balance each other out so the population doesn't go over a certain number. Here we have a population graph for humans over time. As you can see at the beginning of the human race, the population was at its lag phase, not very steady due to the focus on survival. This is called the semi-nomadic era. When the era of cities begun, we saw the start to an exponential growth phase. The population increasing greatly due to established civilization. Once the populations were established, we had the era of empires and epidemics, indicating a growth and decrease in population, but overall globally still increasing. Eventually, we have the modern global era, where many fuels have been discovered and the population is rapidly increasing. So far, we haven't reached the world's carrying capacity, but if the birth rates continues to outweigh the death rates, we will reach it. So here's the birth rates equation for every 1,000 people. So the number of births is over the total population times 1,000, giving you how many births per 1,000. Some effects for birth rate include money, infant mortality rate, age of marriage, food, and employments. This is all factors for whether or not the birth rate will increase or decrease. Here we have the death rates equation. The number of deaths over the total population times 1,000. This gives you the number of the death rate for 1,000 people. Some death rate effects include violence, the living standard, access to clean water, healthcare, and diseases. These are all factors of the death rate, whether it will increase or decrease. Lastly, we have net migration. Net migration is the difference between emigration and immigration. Emigration is when people go to a country, and immigration is when people leave a country. If the difference is positive, there's an increase in population. If it's negative, there's a decrease. Thank you for listening.